Hello, ported to PC tubers, and welcome to a new series called Valkyria Chronicles. I'll probably mispronounce it every time. With me, Blue Ankylo. So, the reason I'm so excited about this game is it's been very recently released on PC through Steam, and it was originally a PlayStation 3 game, released, I believe, in 2008, perhaps depending on what part of the world you live in. And personally, I never had a PlayStation 3, I still don't, so I've been kind of missing out on some role-playing strategy games. This one specifically, I believe, is titled Tactical Role-Playing. Sorry for the repeat intro here, but we'll get on with things in a second. Anyway, to sum it up, it's kind of World War II era tactical RPG with squad-based combat and lots of you know, story role-playing stuff. I've heard really good things. It's getting great reviews, so I recommend you check it out or follow along watching it. So let's get started. If I can remember how to press start. Controls are a little bit weird because I've got my custom gamepad set up rather than a PS3 controller. I know very little about it, so I'll be watching the cutscenes, and this is being played blindly, of course.
The year was 1935 EC. Two powers controlled the continent. In the east, the sun rose over the autocratic East European Imperial Alliance, otherwise known as the Empire.
Bad guys.
Right? In the west, a network of loosely allied democracies formed the Atlantic.
Federations are always good, empires are always bad.
Both powers depended on a precious mineral, Ragnite, for their survival, and its growing scarcity led to the
Ragnite, hey, okay.
war. Hostilities began in the east when the Empire aggressively crossed their western border.
Totally invaded Poland.
The Atlantic Federation responded, and the Second European War was on.
Alright. I like the links to real history. It's cool. I'm no history buff, but, I mean, certainly, I don't believe we ever had
with its vast military superiority,
this exact kind of battle.
Gaining ground in early victories and putting the Federation in defense.
No, I never saw any siege lances.
Emboldened by their progress and momentum, the Empire set their sights beyond the borders of the Federation. In neighboring Gallia, a peaceful principality along the sea, they found their next victim. Gallia had long maintained its neutrality in the tensions between the two superpowers.
Switzerland?
But the
perhaps?
rich stores of Ragnite under the Gallian soil proved too
mountainous,
tempting for the Empire.
lots of ores.
It amassed troops along the eastern border and invaded with all the force of an avalanche.
So it's bad day to be in Gallia.
Gallia to arms.
Alright. There's your premise. Let's get to it. So there's kind of like a book feel-ish, a newspaper feel to the menu here. I know a lot of things unlock as we've finished the first few missions.
March 1935. Outside the Gallian border town of Brule.
I really enjoy the art style of this as well. If you don't like it for being less realistic, well, too bad for you guys. This is awesome.
Residents are leaving the town before the invasion, headed inland towards the capital.
Probably a good idea. This dude with, you know, siege lances, tanks and stuff.
I haven't been down this road in years. It really hasn't changed very much. Whoa.
Whoa, fish!
Already?
Crazy!
Hey there, guys.
So there will probably be a few anime tropes. We'll see how many.
Starting early this year. You're heading upstream, huh?
Like talking to
How's
fish.
the water?
Everyone's like, what's wrong with that kid? He must not have a lot of friends.
Freeze! Put your hands in the air. Slowly.
No drawing on my watch.
Haven't seen you around before. What's your name?
My name's Welkin. And you are?
The one with the gun. We're with the Bruletown Watch.
I like her.
I'm Alicia. Alicia Melchiot. So, I'm wondering what you've been writing in that little book you've got there. Imperial spies are in the area.
This book is nothing, really. I was just sketching the fish and...
Likely story.
Yes. Oh, I know. And you know there's a war on, don't you? All right then, Mr. Artist. We'll talk about fish sketching down at the station. Take him away.
Take him away, boys. I love it.
Thanks, fish.
Hey, don't you go blaming the fish. They didn't do nothing. Okay, we're getting some character introductions. Trust me, we'll get to a battle fairly quick. I have played through the first battle, just so I made sure the controls worked and stuff.
Flowers, bugs, and fish. You're not bad with a pen, are you? I have to say, they're really very good.
Thank you.
Secret coded
so you
messages.
See, I really was just sketching.
Maybe. Or this could be some kind of secret code.
I like her.
And I intend to take my time finding out for sure.
Great.
Welks? Is that you?
Isara! Oh, your timing is perfect.
What have you gotten yourself into now, Welkin? Wait. Don't you live at the old general's house? That's right. I'm General Gunther's daughter, Isara. You do know everyone's supposed to evacuate, right?
Yes, I'm aware of that. My brother's here to help me move to the capital, but that may be difficult. I mean, unless you're willing to let him go, that is.
Huh?
Better check with the general first.
I apologize, but I was just doing my job, you know. I saw you with the notebook and thought you were a spy. Again, I'm really sorry about that.
Thanks. Don't worry about it. I can see how I might have looked a little suspicious.
Welks has a real passion for observing nature. That's why he's studying it at the university, right?
Guilty as charged. I get so into it sometimes I forget where I am or that somebody might be watching.
We are in the middle of a war, you know.
Gunfire!
Yeah. Reminder.
Everyone keep your heads down!
Over there!
Excellent. Something to shoot.
Come on!
That doesn't look good. See, guys? People are already dying. It's off to a good start.
Damn it!
Or bad start, maybe. Alright, Alicia. You know what you have to do now, then.
Welkin, you can handle a gun, right?
Yeah. I mean, I made it through training anyway.
Well, they're probably just a small scouting team. We should be able to take them out.
I'm with you.
Time for murder. Yeah. Save the game. We'll be skipping a lot of the tutorial stuff, so that I never know what I'm going to do. Anyway, this should be our first battle. Pretty sure.
Okay, here's the plan.
The way I understand it, it starts out relatively simple and then gets a lot more complicated as things come along. So we don't have we're not in charge of deploying or selecting our squad yet, but it'll happen. Cross the bridge, kill the enemies. Yeah. One at a time, nice and easy. Try not to get anybody killed. Good
Let's
call.
get started.
I
Just
believe
stay calm
the game
and
does
get it
have
done.
permadeath, except for the main heroes who, if they die, is just game over. But everybody else that dies is dead for good. I'm sure everyone loves those kind. Okay.
I see 3 of them.
Glad you can see them. They can't see us.
That's 3 too many. Stay sharp.
Typical dumb AI. You guys can see them and shoot them, but they can't see you.
Listen a second. There's something I should explain.
Command points. Yeah, you'll see. You'll get the feel for it pretty quick. Alright. Little red things at the top. Command points. Each one is like an action or an instruction. Start with 3. Alright. We got it. Obviously, we can hold a lot more than 3. So we got 3 people. We got Welkin. We've got Alicia. We've got the Watchman. I believe he's pretty much... he's expendable and not very good. Let's have a quick look at the unit list, just for some information. There we go. So, I don't know all the stats or anything. AP is, I believe, how far you can move on a single turn. The aim is a rank from A to, like, E or something. Range, personnel, armor. They start with, like, infinite ammo guns. They just have to reload it. No area of effect damage. You know, all that normal stuff. We'll get better guns, better armor, and all that later on. That's just the start. So anyway, back up. We can see the enemies. So we've got a scout there, scout there, scout there. They're stupid and standing out in the open. So it should be fairly easy to kill them. We're going to start with, Alicia sounds like the one who'd want to take charge. So we spend a CP to use her, and we use action points to move around specifically. That's your mobility, blah, blah, blah. You got it. So we're going to go try to get some cover and then kill this dude. Alright, let's go. See. Oops, button's messed up. Here we go. Run. Alright, you can see our bar draining down, getting to cover. I actually want to get into cover before I shoot. But yeah, we will shoot this guy in a second. Good, good, good. Once you shoot, there's a counterattack. I'm sort of skipping through all this. I'm assuming you guys either know it or can figure it out as we go along. But I want to crouch. There we go. So now we're in cover. We'll take less damage if we get shot. But we kind of snuck up on this guy. We're behind him. He can't see us anyway. So the numbers at the top show normally it would take 7 shots to kill him. If we aim at his head, it takes 2 shots. We do 5 shots in a burst, and it's good versus personnel, not armor. You can see in the bottom right what gun we're using, how much HP we've got, ammo and stuff. You know, pretty solid, right? And she murderized him. No problem! Alright, so she could end her turn. Like, basically you can take 1 shot per turn. But I happen to know that there's not a whole lot of punishment for, oops, that's not what I meant to press. Stand up. For continuing on to the next room. I'm pretty sure we can get to the next cover from here. Alright, so now we're going to talk about actual cover. Thanks, game. Basics. Start simple, right? We'll crouch behind that cover, we'll take less damage. These guys are looking at us, so they'll start shooting. Always try to end your actions hidden from harm, either in cover or out of line of sight. We'll learn about that later on, I think. Alright. Keep moving. Pretty sure I've got enough mobility. Maybe. Just barely, I think. Anyway, we can end our turn here. And she can't shoot again or anything, but she is in cover, which is kind of the thing. So she reloads, ends her turn. Now, we have an option here. We could use the next person, who is Welkin. He can probably run all the way up to here as well and take a shot. Or, we can use Alicia again. You don't have to use different characters every turn, but you can see the little orange bar in the bottom right. I believe the manual states that the first action is 100%, second action on the same character is 66, and if we do 3 actions, the final one is down to 33% of your mobility. So if you keep using the same people, you can't move as much. But I think for the tutorial battle here, there's not a lot of harm in letting Alicia just wipe the floor with these guys. So apparently we're doing good. We did get hit a couple times, but nothing too much to worry about. Sort of sneak up on this guy a little bit closer maybe, and then finish him off next round. If you're standing, you can be critically hit, so try to be in cover if they're shooting at you. Alright, and then we'll end our turn again, because you can't shoot twice. And then with our final command point here, you can see we get much less movement on this final action. Also, you can't be shot at while you're aiming, so you know, you could probably preserve some HP by clicking the aiming quicker. Alright, good. Good, good, good. And that's how we do the tutorial mission. The reason I rushed that is because depending on how well you do, you get better rewards. How quickly, stuff like that. So we get an A rank. I happen to know, because I did it once before, that if you take 2 turns, which is perhaps what you should do when you're just learning the game, you only get a B, and you probably get a little bit less experience and money. So there you go. We gotta get all the EXPs. Alright, let's finish up the prologue then. For now, we'll just keep... We'll save chapter 1 for the next episode. So she's killed 3 people.
There's no other sign of the enemy.
Good. Now, go keep watch and stay alert.
Yes, ma'am. What should we do with the bodies, ma'am?
Burn
We'll
them.
bury them.
Oh, fine, bury.
So it's begun. I'll do whatever it takes to protect the people of this town. I'll do it. Even going to war, I'll do it.
Perhaps our reluctant
What are
hero.
those?
Seeds from the lion's paw. It blooms white, small, simple, and strong.
I want to be able to remember, once the war is over, that it wasn't all just people killing people. That even in war, there was also new life.
On the 15th day of the 3rd month of the year 1935, the Empire began its assault in earnest. A formal declaration of war was made upon Gallia.
By shooting people.
Though it was only a small front in a massive continental assault, what followed would prove that a tiny nation could best a military giant.
Spoilers, guys!
These events would tell a story of tragedy hidden in the mists of time. A story of courage and of trust, of persecution and hate, and of love blooming even through the flames of war. What follows is a record of this conflict and of those who fought, lived, and died.
Alright. I think we are good to go. This is strongly reminding me of Final Fantasy Tactics. Although it's less fantasy by a bit and less turn-based strategy, exactly the same. But that's definitely the vibe I'm getting, and I love that game, so... I'm hoping you guys are going to enjoy it too. We'll begin Chapter 1.
Chapter 1. In Defense of Brule.
As we've been told, in the next episode. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you have enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time.